Welcome, Winnetonka students, back to school this year. Wanted to take some time and go through some tardy procedures for what tardies are going to look like this year with us here at Winnetonka. Over the last couple of years, you've been accustomed to the tardy sweeps that happen, where in the past you were swept to the library. There was times during different school years where we had different locations, but primary location where you were swept to was to the library, and you had a restorative conference with the whole group, and then again had another conference with an administrator, and then we were assigned consequences, and a phone call was made home. So we are not doing that this year. So the tardy sweeps are not happening this year, and the primary reason for that is due to social distancing guidelines with COVID-19, and also guidelines surrounding gatherings of people in close proximity. So those are some of the reasons why that's not happening, but here is what it's going to look like for us here at Winnetonka High School. Definition of tardy is if you are not in the classroom when the bell rings. So you need to be inside the classroom door when the bell rings. Your teachers will hold you accountable for that. It's something that we've asked them to do. So just know that when a teacher marks you tardy, they're doing what we ask them to do, as far as making sure that you're inside the classroom when the bell rings. If you're tardy, you'll be verbally notified by your teacher. It'll be just a short, quick conversation, telling you that you've been marked tardy for the class period, and we want them to have that with you. Should not be a big deal, but we do want to make sure that you are made aware of the fact that you are tardy. If you're tardy on the regular basis to a specific class or classes, we've asked teachers to have some conversations with you about why you're being tardy, the importance of timeliness as a skill for you to have, and then what it means, what the impact of you being tardy has on not only your learning but on the rest of the class that's there as well. So know that we've asked them to have those conversations with you if you are consistently tardy to one class or another. Your tardies are counted as a whole and not by individual classes. So if you have 2 tardies in second block and 2 tardies in third block, your total tardy count is 4. And your total tardy count is where what we're looking for in determining consequences and conversations that we're going to have with you. A change this year is that first block tardies are included in your total tardy count and are part of your conversations and consequences that happen with that. In the past, especially last year, your first block tardies were not included in the number that we used to assign consequences and have conversations with you. So you need to know that that's different. So it's important that you are here to school on time as well. Classes start at 7:43 in the morning. That means that if you are a car rider or you're dropped off, I would suggest that you are in the parking lot by 7:35 to give you enough time to swing by and get breakfast if you want, and get up to your classroom and to make sure that you're on time. So 7:43, make sure you guys are here on a timely fashion. If you're having problems getting to class, to school, you can check with your administrator to see what other provisions might be out there, including making you a bus rider, if that's something that we need to do. Here are the following thresholds for your consequences. 1 to 5 are just verbal warnings that you will have, that will happen with your teacher and possibly an administrator. From 6 to 10 is lunch detentions. We'll be hosting those. 11 to 15 is after school detentions. 15 to 20 is in-school suspension. And then if it's becoming a problem that is bigger than 20 tardies, you're looking at an individual tardy intervention plan, where we need to examine your passing periods and what that looks like for you. Each time that you are assigned a consequence, you can expect that you're going to have a restorative conference with your administrator. And some of the things we're going to talk about are, again, is the impact and of you being tardy to your classes, and the importance of timeliness in the world that we live in. And then we will continue to have those conferences with you to help you process what that looks like. And then, of course, whenever that happens, we're going to call home to speak to a parent or guardian for that. So those are your tardy policies. If you have questions, you can reach out to your teachers. If your teachers don't have the answers for you, you can reach out to an administrator to help get clarity for you. But that is what tardies are going to look like for us here at Winnetonka High School this year.